Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and this is part 4 of my tutorial on how to forge a sword. And this is what I have. This is completed through part 4. And there's a couple of things I wanted to show you. And this part is called the rough grinding. So what I did was a lot of grinding with various tools to grind out, to get all the waste off the sword, and to get it into its close to final shape. It isn't final shape yet. We will do a little bit more at a further point. But so use all kinds of power tools. I'll pop in a few so you can see that. But here's an important thing here that I wanted to show you is about how to get the profile of this blade correctly, because this just isn't just a flat piece of steel. There's 3 major types of way that you can grind that out, so you can put an edge on it. There's a flat grind like this with each side. If you look at it this way, each side is just straight. There's a hollow grind. It has a concave kind of shape to it like this, and I consider this to be an advanced grind. This is more difficult to do, to try to get that hollow grind and to keep it straight along the whole length of the blade. And then there's the convex grind, or also called the canal grind, and this is the kind of grind that I did on this sword right here. So from the center here, I just kind of rounded it convexly to the point, and this way in the future we'll be able to sharpen that edge.
Okay, now I'm going to show you the process that I used to grind out this sword, and it's important that I used, for the most part, I used a 6-inch belt sander, and I don't have any video of that, but you can understand what I mean. So use any tools that you can to grind, to get the profile. So you see there I used a bench grinder, and now I'm using a small belt sander, but by this time I had done most of the work on the big belt sander. So work on the profile, cleaning all the scale off that sword, getting the shape right, and getting the nice convex shape on those blade edges. So you work your way down the ladder of tools, starting with the larger power tools, and then you move on to 100 grit emery paper. That's what I'm at right here. Clamp it down and just start working on it. Of course, you can use files, just like I'm using here. And particularly for that spot where I want to put the guard on, that has to be nice and flat.
So that's part 4. It's all the rough grinding and the rough shaping of the sword blade. And one more thing I wanted to show you that's important at this point in sword making is the way this is made here for the tang. And see, it's important that, and you can see this picture I have here, that you have some flat here, and these flats are nice and even. You need to have some flat. Then that's because of the guard will go against that, nice and flat and sit correctly. But you don't want this to be a 90-degree angle here, or that will cause a weak spot in the blade. It can break or crack. You want to have a small amount of a rounding, like this. So that's the tang, that's the blade, that's the grinding, and here's where we're at so far. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So what we have remaining here to do is we have to harden and temper this blade. We have to make the handle, put on the guard, the handle, the pommel, and then finish grinding and polishing off the blade. So that'll be, I'm not sure yet what part will be part 5, but stay tuned. So lots more stuff on my website at StormTheCastle.com, and here on my YouTube channel. Thanks.